when I got back to the usual spot, when I heard the girls Lester and I are spilling us all to meet at the station, that's when I found myself. Looked like he was going to try to change his plans for everyone.
What's the matter, Roxas? Forget about me?
I reunited with non-binary old man
Sora.
Who am I? Really? It's been about a week since I got here. Sakes told me to keep a diary, but he said nobody would check it. What am I supposed to write about? Today, they told us to go to the round room, where we met our new member, number 14. Was I like that when I first got here? I think I was, but I don't remember too well. Axel and I went to Twilight Town today. He taught me a lot. Before we RTC'd, we swung by the clock tower and had some sea salt ice cream. Axel called it the icing on the cake after a successful mission. Well, except there was no cake. Just the ice cream. I don't know what to write in this thing. The past few days, the other members have been showing me how to fight and do mission stuff. And they also told me more about the organization and myself. I still don't really get what a heart is. But apparently, it's a vital piece of who I am. So I've decided to cooperate. If I collect enough hearts, then I can complete Kingdom Hearts. Then I'll be whole. The past, me and Axel went on a mission to Twilight Town. Afterwards, we went out and had ice cream again, up on the clock tower. He said friends do stuff like that, or they laugh together. So does that mean me and him are friends? The other members have been teaching me more and more about how to fight and stuff. It's going well, I guess. Every day after work, I've been meeting Axel at the clock tower to have sea salt ice cream. It really is salty, but still sweet too. How come it tastes so familiar? The other man, Axel's going to some place called Castle Oblivion. He told me because we're friends. He had to go home early to get ready. And after he left, I noticed the word winner on my ice cream stick. I wonder what I won. I'll ask him when I see him tomorrow. Axel left before I even woke up this morning. I never got to ask him about the ice cream stick. I was partnered up with number 14 for today's mission. She wore a hood the whole time and wouldn't say a word to me. Come to think of it, I didn't have a whole lot to say either. Afterwards, I went and had ice cream by myself. Axel left. I teamed up with number 14 again today We finally talked a little. Shion even said my name for the first time. Afterwards, I had ice cream by myself again. The lady at the shop said you can trade the winner stick for an extra bar, but I can never eat more than one. I teamed up with... Today was my third day with Shion. I've gotten to know a little more about her. That's right, she's a girl with black hair, and she can use a keyblade just like me. I took her out for ice cream afterwards, but I'm saving the winner stick. Axel deserves a reward when he gets back. Shion wants to have ice cream with us from now on. Maybe we'll be friends. Today was... I only remember part of this day. I heard somebody sent to Castle Oblivion was terminated. Sake said it may have been Axel. I tried to ask Sigbar about it on the day's mission, and he said nothing's left of nobody's once we're gone, because we have no hearts to leave behind. And I can't say I remember much after that. They say I collapsed and wouldn't wake up. I must have missed a lot. It's like I had the longest dream. I woke up to find a bunch of seashells by my pillow. I counted them. One for each day they said I was asleep. I was wondering who left them there. But then when I got to the clock tower, Shion gave me another one. I held it up to my ear, and I could hear the ocean. Why? Why did it sound so familiar? It sounds like the worst has come to pass. The whole CO team wiped from existence. It's so hard to come to grips with the idea that Axel is gone. I feel choked up. I don't know what you call it. I've never had this kind of sensation. It sounds... I went up to the clock tower to have ice cream, but nobody else showed up. I sit up on the clock tower, but no one comes. Not Axel, and not even Shion. That weird lump in my throat won't go away. Something else is bothering me. This is gonna sound crazy, but these pictures keep flashing through my head. Not all the time, just sometimes. Ever since that day I collapsed. It happens when I'm awake too. On missions, so I don't think it's a dream. Where are the pictures coming from? I sit up on the clock tower. After work, Axel turned up. Just like that, out of nowhere. I didn't know what to say. I thought we lost him for good. We went up to the clock tower and talked for a while. I told him about Shion. The choked up sensation has gone away. Me and Axel went to Agrabah. He seems different now that he's back from CO. Ice cream was just the two of us today. I wonder what me and Axel and Shion will all get to have ice cream together. Me and Axel. After I finished my mission, I wanted all three of us to have ice cream. But I couldn't find Shion. It's been at least 10 days since I've seen her. Axel said he'd ask Segs what's going on. Speaking of Axel, I didn't even see him at the clock tower today. My job today was to help Axel find Shion. It turns out she had gone missing, but we managed to find her. We finally got to have ice cream together, which was nice, but Shion can't use her keyblade anymore. Axel says friends help each other out, so I'm gonna go on missions with her until she remembers how to work the keyblade herself again. Me and Shion are working together now. The genie we met in Agrabah said he and his friend Al are inseparable. Axel told us best friends can be inseparable, even if they're not always together. But it sounded like he wasn't too sure about it himself. I thought Axel knew everything. Oh well. That reminds me. Those weird pictures flashed through my head again while I was in Agrabah. The guy in red I wrote about before. Has he been to Agrabah or something? Semnis summoned us. Nothing he says ever makes sense to me. He showed us Kingdom Hearts. A big heart-shaped moon floating up there in the night sky. And said the human heart will never have power over us. Great. I guess. So why are we trying to get the hearts again? Axel said I'll understand better once I have a heart. But I'm not so sure. Semnis. I went to Agrabah today with Shion. We make a pretty good team now. Afterwards, me and her and Axel talked about us and the other nobodies. The ones who make it into the organization are powerful enough to keep their memories. But me and Shion can't remember our past. What was I like? Today's mission was with Shion in Beast Castle. I tried loaning her my Keyblade, and she had no problem using it. But that meant I had to fight without it. We got the job done. Afterwards, Shion remembered how to summon her own Keyblade. So I guess we're out of trouble. When we were done, we all had ice cream together. Today's mission. Every day, after work, the three of us have been going to our place on top of the clock tower to have ice cream. We don't talk about much, but I wouldn't miss these conversations for the world. I wonder if Axel and Shion feel the same way. Do the other organization members have their own routines? It's hard to picture every day. Today it was me and Zigbar. Axel and Shion went out on their own mission. Zigbar told me that Shion and me are exceptional. You know, like special nobodies. Why? Because we can use a Keyblade? Work dragged on late, so I didn't make it up to the clock tower. I wonder if Shion and Axel made it. those pictures started flashing through my head again on the mission. The boy in red. What's it all about? Maybe when Zigbar called me special, he meant crazy. Seriously though, is Shion experiencing the same thing? It would feel weird to ask. Today was my first vacation ever. I didn't know what to do with it. Axel said to do what I like, but all I like is having ice cream with my friends. So that's what I ended up doing. Axel leaves tomorrow for some kind of mission. Which reminds me, I still haven't given him the winter stick yet. Axel's been gone forever. It's been just me and Shion back at the clock tower. While me and Zalden explored the beast castle, we found something he wants to protect. Zalden says that's a weakness, but I'm not so sure. What does it mean to care about something that much? I don't, so it's hard to wrap my head around the whole idea. Axel's. Today's mission took me to a new world. It was a weird place. I was up on the clock tower afterwards when Axel turned up after being away forever. He said he finished that long mission, but this time Shion didn't show. I was gonna give Axel that winter stick, but I figured I should wait until I get another one. Wouldn't be fair to leave Shion out. Shion didn't come to the clock tower again today. She and Sags had some kind of argument. Axel and I talked for a while about things we can't even bear to lose. Axel thinks that for nobodies, it's our past, because that's all we have to remember. Really, the pain of losing something. I don't remember my past, but the idea of losing the present, Axel or Shion, that scares me. I ran into Shion in Twilight Town. I guess she messed up on a mission pretty bad the other day, and it's been bugging her. We went up to the clock tower afterwards. She said me and her are different, which is pretty obvious if you look at us, but somehow I don't think that's what she meant. A lot seems to be on her mind, and it's not the same as what's on mine. I think Shion might be mad at me, but I don't know why. Axel says girls are complicated. You can't press the wrong buttons. Like I'm supposed to know what the right ones are. It's hard spending time with Shion, and Axel seems busy too. I've been having ice cream alone lately, but it's just not the same. All I taste is the salt, and my hands get all sticky. It's like I'm going through the motions of eating it just so I can throw the stick out and get on with life. I must have had about 100 of these things, and I still haven't found another winner. I never did find a way to ask Shion about the pictures that go through my head. I don't really know what to do about anything right now. It's hard. On my mission at Beast Castle, Zalden told me about love and the special power it has over people. I tried to ask Axel about it, but his explanation didn't make any sense to me. Every time I ask him about this kind of thing, he tells me I need a heart to understand. It's as if he's dodging the questions. Shion failed her mission, and now she's in a deep sleep. I thought they were lying to me when they told me, but I went to see her, and she really was just asleep. I left a seashell by her pillow, just like she did for me. Sakes hates her. I don't know why. Maybe he knows more about her than the rest of us do. Those pictures flashed through my head again on today's mission. I guess he's been to Wonderland. I'm still trying to figure out just what it is I'm seeing. Shion... I've decided to work harder while Shion is asleep, to pick up some of the slack. Axel said he asked Sakes about her, but no dice. He did say that Sakes was having second thoughts about calling her broken, though. I just hope we get all this drama ironed out soon, so she doesn't have to wake up to it. Shion hasn't woken up, but I'm pulling double duty to make up for it. Me and Axel talk about the dumbest stuff now. Afterwards, we head back to the castle, and I leave a seashell by Shion's pillow. It would please me to see her smile when she finds them. Those pictures flashed in my head again in Neverland. And when I flew, it felt like I'd done it before. Has the guy in red flown before? Is that it? Shion's awake now. The three of us were gonna go get some ice cream after our mission, but she passed out again, so we had to take her home. I talked with Axel in a room until she woke up. He said the three of us were best friends, inseparable. We've all started going back to our usual spot after work. Sometimes Axel and Shion are waiting there for me. Other times I get there first. Things have gotten busier for us, so we can't make it every day. But even if we're not there, at least now it seems like we're together again. I wonder if it seems that way to them too. I forgot to ask Shion about the pictures in my head again. It was the same kid in red. Who is he? What does he have to do with me? We've all started going. I think something's wrong with Shion. Is she not feeling well again? Axel said we should all go to the beach next time we get a vacation. I think he senses something is wrong too. That's why he suggested the beach. To make her feel better. Okay, now I'm really worried about Shion. I told Axel, but all he said was that she'll get through it. He knows something's wrong. I bet he's just telling me that to put my mind at ease. Well, it's not working. I had ice cream with Axel after work today. But Shion didn't show. Axel said she got sent on an important mission. But he wouldn't look at me when he said it. I've been wondering what's wrong with Shion all this time. But now that I stop and think about it, Axel's not himself either. I had ice cream. Shion has gone missing. But nobody said anything about her being hurt. So that's good, I guess. Did she run off? That doesn't make any sense. Xemnas told us not to go after her. The way Sakes explained it, it's almost like they don't think she's worth getting back. What is going on? I want to talk to Axel about Shion, but I can't seem to get 10 seconds with the guy. What am I supposed to do? I can't believe he's avoiding me. We're supposed to be friends. I don't remember much about today's mission. Just that I was by the beach. Or was it? The mission didn't even feel real. But finally, me and Axel agreed to start looking for Shion tomorrow. I've looked everywhere for Shion, in every world, but there's just no sign of her. Where is she? Why did she leave the organization? I don't get it. I don't get any of it. There's one place we haven't checked yet to see if Shion's there. Castle Oblivion. When I brought it up with Axel, he surprised me by saying that CO is where Shion comes from. I guess he just found out himself. Is that where she is? I went to Castle Oblivion to find Shion, but I don't remember anything about it. Axel said I collapsed as soon as I got there, and I woke up in Twilight Town. Incredibly enough, Shion was there, but she wasn't alone. There was this guy with her, and he was wearing the organization's cloak. I could tell by his build that he wasn't one of us, though. Who is he? I went to Castle. I don't believe it. Axel attacked Shion. There had to be some other way. I know she's acting weird, but I can hardly recognize Axel. What's going through their heads? I feel so left out. Xemnas told me that Sora is the connection between me and Shion. Just who exactly is Sora? For the first time in a while, the three of us met up on the clock tower. None of us really knew what to say. We used to talk each other's ears off, but I guess those days are gone. So much has happened lately that I've been forgetting to write about those pictures in my head. Now it happens even when I'm not on missions. More often, too. They even show up when I'm sleeping, in my own dreams. Shion told me she has dreams, too. Is all this connected? For the first I dream all the time now, but I don't even sleep well. I wake up tired every day. I guess that makes them nightmares, not dreams. Shion and Axel don't come to the clock tower anymore. I thought maybe if I got everything off my chest with them, that I would stop having nightmares. But so much for testing that theory. I feel so tired. Almost disconnected from my body. The dreams have gotten stranger. Now I wake up with water on my cheeks, and I don't know how it got there. I think there's really something wrong with me. Today, I was teamed up with a Shion. She seems to be in a lot better shape than me. We had ice cream together. Something we hadn't done in a while. I had another dream. My head, it feels heavy. I want to have ice cream with Shion and Axel again. Me and Shion and Axel had ice cream. The sunset was beautiful. I don't even have to write anything else down, because I'll never forget this day. Axel let Shion leave the organization like he wanted her to go. She's a puppet? A mirror that reflects me? He's talking nonsense. I can't trust him anymore. I don't understand the organization. I don't understand Axel. I understand myself, least of all. Why do I keep coming back to the castle? Me and Shion are special, connected by Sora. If she's a puppet, maybe I am too. I don't know what I am. I have to know who I am. I'm done with this. I'm going to set Kingdom Hearts free and find my way to Sora. I'm going to get Shion back. The three of us will have ice cream together again. I know